Okay, good morning, class. So, welcome to your English language preparation for Clat. So, in today's class, we are beginning with vocabulary. All the words we will study are carefully selected and come straight from the kind of language used in legal, political, historical, and social passages that appear in Clat. So, as we go along, please pay attention not only to the meaning but how the word behaves within a passage. So let us begin. The first word is abate. Abate means to lessen in intensity or degree. The synonym given here is decrease, and the antonym is intensify. So in CLAT, this word is commonly tested in legal or environmental passages, especially when the passage talks about the reducing effects, such as in disputes or in pollution. So please listen carefully to the example from the document. The court's order helped abate the escalating tensions in the disputed territory. Now, the second word is abdicate. Abdicate means to renounce power or responsibility. The synonym is resign, and the antonym is assume. The word is particularly important in historical non-fiction passages where Clat tests your understanding of leadership decisions and their consequences. Example for abdicate would be the king's decision to abdicate triggered a constitutional crisis in the nation. So, what this means is that the power vacuum left behind by the king's abdication triggered a constitutional crisis. Third word is abject. Abject means extremely miserable or hopeless. The synonym provided is wretched, and the antonym is dignified. In your examination, passages dealing with social issues, this word is used to describe extreme or severe poverty or failure of societal mechanisms. Example would be the policy's failure led to abject conditions for the marginalized communities. So I hope that is clear. Now moving on. The fourth word is adamant. Adamant means unyielding or inflexible. The synonym here is stubborn, and the antonym is flexible. This word often appears in argumentative texts where Clat expects you to contrast rigid positions in debates. An example would be the negotiator remained adamant, refusing to compromise on key terms. So here, the adamant nature of the negotiator prevented him from yielding to any of the negotiations. Fifth word is accrue. Accrue means to accumulate over time. The synonym given is amass, and the antonym is diminish. Now, in your examination, this word is frequently used in economic or legal contexts, especially while drawing conclusions about benefits or liabilities. Now, an example is interest on the loan will accrue if payments are delayed beyond the due date. It means that the interest will accumulate over time, thereby creating a situation where maybe you won't be able to pay back. The sixth word is adjudicate. Adjudicate means to settle a dispute judicially. The synonym is arbitrate, and the antonym is ignore. This is a very core word in legal passages, and Clat often uses this to test your understanding of judicial processes and viewpoints. The Supreme Court will adjudicate the constitutional validity of the law. That is an example where the Supreme Court will decide upon the constitutional validity. You are giving a verdict. The seventh word is ambiguous. Ambiguous means open to multiple interpretations. The synonym provided is vague, and the antonym is clear. In Clat passages related to contracts or statutes, this word helps you infer how ambiguities can lead to litigation. An example is the treaty's ambiguous clauses sparked international disputes over interpretation. So, what this means is that the treaty's unclear terms or open to multiple interpretations, erroneous interpretations, has led to international disputes. It has caused conflict. The eighth word is mitigate. Mitigate means to make something less severe. The synonym is alleviate, alleviate the pain, and the antonym is aggravate. This word appears frequently in polity discussions and in negotiations, where, especially uh, when summoning or summarizing remedial actions during crisis. An example is emergency measures were taken to mitigate the flood's devastating impact. Mitigate here means to alleviate pain, alleviate the circumstances, alleviate the conflicts caused due to an emergency. The ninth word, I'm sorry, there seems to be, so as I discussed here, the eighth word is mitigate, and the ninth word is resilient. I hope it's visible here. So moving on, the ninth word, continuing from where we left off, the ninth word is resilient. Resilient means able to recover quickly. The synonym provided is buoyant, and the antonym is fragile. In Clat recovery narratives, this word is used to compare societal or economic bounce back. An example would be the resilient economy rebounded swiftly after the global recession. The tenth word is serendipity. Serendipity means a fortunate discovery by chance. The synonym is luck, and the antonym is misfortune. In your examination, there may be fictional plots or passages. So, this word helps test your understanding of chance events and their consequences. And you can understand this through an example. Serendipity played a role in the scientist's groundbreaking discovery. Here, what it means is that serendipity, luck, played a huge role in the scientist's discovery of a groundbreaking concept. The 11th word is empathy. Empathy means understanding others' feelings. The synonym given is sympathy, and the antonym is apathy. In Clat ethical debates, this word helps contrast viewpoints on justice and humanity. Now, empathy is essential in legal counseling to understand your client's plights. You have to relate to your clients on a personal level. That is empathy, putting yourself in the shoes of another. The 12th word is callous. Callous means insensitive or unfeeling. The synonym provided is cruel, and the antonym is compassionate. In social critique passages, the word is used to infer moral failings. An example is the callous policy ignored the human cost of economic reforms. Humanity should always prevail, and the unfeeling or the insensitive policy, which doesn't care about human needs, has been imposed upon the people, and the need for economic reforms never considered the human cost that would be incurred. Now, moving on, I hope words 8 to 12 are clear. The 13th word is debility. Debility means physical weakness. The synonym is frailty. The antonym is strength. In health related or age related non fiction passages, this word summarizes its impact on individuals. Now, what does debility mean in an example? Age induced debility affected the witness's reliability in court. So, what does this mean? It means that due to age related physical weakness, the witness was unable to give a reliable testimony in court, thereby affecting the overall credibility of a statement. The 14th word is pious. Pious means devoted, religious, and depending on context, hypocritical. The synonym provided is devout, and the antonym is impious. In Clat satirical essays, this word helps contrast genuine faith and pretense. An example is that the pious leader's actions belied his public declarations of morality. Now, if you look at the next word, it's quite an interesting one. The word is kerfluffle. Kerfluffle means a commotion or fuss. The synonym is uproar and the antonym is calm. The word appears in light narratives, often to test idiomatic comprehension. An example is the minor error caused a kerfluffle in the parliamentary session. There was a dispute, there was a commotion. That is what kerfluffle means. It is a quite pedantic term for conveying the concept of commotion or conflict. The 16th word is platitude. Platitude means a dull, overused statement. The synonym is truism, and the antonym is originality. In opinion pieces, this word helps critique superficial arguments. Now let's look at an example. The speech is filled with platitudes lacking innovative solutions. It is bare bones. It is common. There is nothing special about it. Nothing unique. Nothing authentic. It is merely a copy paste version of different arguments. Now choose word 17. Allure means the power to attract or entice. The synonym provided is charm, and the antonym is repel. The 17th word is allure. Allure means the power to attract or entice. The synonym provided is charm, and the antonym is repel. In ethical dilemma passages, Clat uses this word to draw conclusions about temptation. The example of allure used in a sentence would be the allure of power often corrupts even the most principled leaders. So, what does this mean? The allure of power, the enticement that one experiences by having power, causes even the most disciplined leaders to lose their conviction and they may fall corrupt to practices. The 18th word is attenuate. Attenuate means to weaken or reduce. The synonym is weaken, and the antonym is strengthen. In scientific or policy based text that you may receive in your examination, this word assesses reduction strategies. Vaccines attenuate the virus's severity in infected populations. So, the vaccines weaken the virus's effects on an infected person. The next word is austere. Austere means severe or strict in manner. The synonym provided is Spartan, and the antonym is lavish. In economic analysis, this word means austerity measures. Now, if you learn economics, what austerity means is to reduce governmental spending to pay off debts. Now, this usually happens after a war period where the economy is facing a downturn, the economy is in shambles, or when there is a large amount of debt to be paid. The the example of this would be the austere budget led to cuts in public welfare programs to after uh, rebuild after a great catastrophe or to mitigate the effects of huge debt on your economy.